Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play RuneScape. It's been far too long since I made my last video. I guess I've been having a little bit of trouble recording lately. Just little things here and there. You know, making videos is not always easy. And if I find that I'm getting bored with what I'm talking about, I'm just like, nope, not going to put that up. Forget it. So I save you guys the trouble. One video that I was going to do was on the stats, and I had worked out a way to do that. And then it wasn't what I was expecting, but in a good way. I really like the way they've done the stat update. I think that it's pretty easy to understand overall. One thing I was worried about is that in the wilderness, lower level people are they don't really want to fight higher level people as much anymore, and I can see that being a problem. But I'm just over checking out the Nexus today. It's kind of interesting, and the timing is interesting as well. Part of me thinks that this was something they thought would be good to do for a long time, and so maybe it's not going to be related to new content. But we know now the name of the new skill. If you watch the videos, RuneScape's YouTube channel, they've got a video out about RuneScape 3, the official press release version thing, and they say the name of the new skill, divination. Divination is kind of like where you perform some type of ritual to a god or whatever, and then you get some type of power because of that. And that's kind of neat, right? I'm curious to see what they want to do with all of that, right? How these powers will work, and maybe, they'll be related to the different traits. Like these bowls, for instance, we've got chaos, and that's probably Zamorak, and battle is probably Bandos, and order is probably Saradomin. Now this one, fealty, I didn't even know what that word meant. I had to look it up. It means it's derived from a Latin word which means faithfulness, and that's very general. So I'm not sure who that's for. But part of me thinks that it could be Armadillo, and I don't even know why that's the case. But we know Armadillo is going to come back, and he's supposed to be pretty cool. So I don't know. That could be. I'm kind of interested to see this guy now. Like I don't know much about him. Uh, oh, and actually, that makes me think of something that I hadn't thought of before. The new update, is it this next week or the week after? But you're going to be able to go around and learn more about all the different gods, and they even have someone following Sliske, Slisk, whatever people call him. I want to call it Sliske, but yeah, someone actually wants to say that he's a god, which is interesting. It sounds like Sliske is just an unknown quantity, you know? Um, yeah, really interesting, really cool. So I'm interested to hear what that person has to say, because I think a lot of what people think about Sliske will never be something we learn from him directly. He doesn't really seem like the type to come out and say, "Yeah, this is my personality." You know, he is mysterious. That's his personality. So I don't think we're going to get anything too clear about him anytime soon. And then Zaros is going to be cool. I don't know. I'm curious. I like the lore stuff, as you guys know. But yeah, so I don't know if I've mentioned, so I haven't made too many videos recently. Some of you might be wondering why. One thing I've been trying to do is I've been working on getting a better computer. And obviously that means working. So I've been doing a lot more work, kind of, building up some money to be able to buy a brand new computer that can run RuneScape 3 much better than mine currently. It's a bit old and not quite up to snuff. It looks like some of the really kind of beast computers that Jagex has, um, it looks like they can get the game to run really well. And I want to do that. Yeah, I think that would be awesome. So, I might do less frequent videos for the next while, but don't worry, not going anywhere. I've been playing this game far too long. I really have no intentions of ever quitting. It's like I really like eating food. I don't think I'll ever give that up. And not just because I enjoy it, but this is something that I really do enjoy. And I don't know, maybe it just got into me at the right age where I don't think I'll ever give it up. So not going anywhere. Don't worry about that. Um, and yeah, I really do appreciate all the comments. I just, you know, I I think, you know, at different times, like this month, for instance, there weren't too many updates that really seemed like marquee updates for me to go and do like crazy. For instance, you know, when they came out with player ports, that was one of the first things to me that said, hey, you know, you could start making videos on this now. Like there's enough interest there that you could put up regular videos on content that you can go and enjoy, and maybe people will want to watch that, right? Um, One of the tricky things about doing RuneScape videos is that it's difficult to find ways to be creative in RuneScape. If you consider games that have just gone viral with next to no advertising whatsoever. The thing about advertising is that it's money that's spent to change your mind, right? To make up your mind that you want to do one thing or another. But when you see a game like Minecraft, where there was never any advertising whatsoever, but the amount of free roam creativity that you could actually do in that game is amazing. It's limitless, right? So there's a lot of interest in watching what other people are doing because there's a lot of differences between what other people are doing. And I would love to see some way for people to get more creative within the game. You know, you see a lot of people doing artwork. I'm not much of an artist myself. You'll see a lot of people doing really cool video editing. And video editing, you know, I do okay. You guys can be the judge of that. Um, but I really think that if they gave us something creative in the game, maybe that would be a good thing for a lot of people. And yeah, I would love to see more viral videos for RuneScape. Like some of the best videos ever made for RuneScape were like the RuneScape Gods Exposed. Whoever, I don't really know much about the guys who made that, but those videos are awesome. They've got wicked replay value. If you haven't watched those videos, check them out. Um, and watch it from the first one, you know? It's like I think they did maybe 10 episodes, and the I think the most recent episode, the last episode, was done right on the RuneScape channel. And the thing's got like over a million views. It might be one of the most watched videos about RuneScape ever. And it's very creative, right? Very entertaining, very cool. So creative stuff really works for YouTube. And when things work really well on YouTube, when things get out there and go viral, right, it's great for the game too. So I would love to see more creative stuff in the game. Yeah. So anyways, just some random thoughts today. I'm probably forgetting things. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, there is one thing that I'm forgetting that I really, really am excited about. Um, James Hannigan, right? The composer, now working with Jagex, right? This guy, it's such a brilliant pick on Jagex's behalf. He's like the perfect person to do the music for RuneScape. So let me tell you a little about James Hannigan that wasn't in the video. Um, Over a decade ago, before games were what they are today, they weren't even close, right? Just to go back a decade, now games are bigger than movies. It's not even close. The big games just blow movies out of the water. Um, so James Hannigan at that time recognized that games were going to be important. And not only that, but that music in games would be important, right? So that's a big deal. I mean, if you take someone who, you know, kind of has a career established, right? It's kind of a big gamble to go and say, okay, I'm going to devote my career as an artist, as a composer, to games, right? Something that other people are not really doing. And then the way that he did it, the BAFTA award that he won was for this game, Sim Theme Park. Now, if you went and listened to the music, you probably wouldn't be all that impressed because the way music is done in games now, they didn't have the same capabilities, right? It wasn't even a fair comparison. But he used this branching concept where the game would respond to what you were doing. And some of the absolute best uses of music in games have applied that concept ever since. And I don't know, but I think he was the first to do that. Like, so he just really gets it. Kind of a work to order kind of guy, right? He wants to make music that works with the player, with their game experience, and with, the company. So, and never mind that he's done tons of work in areas that are just like RuneScape, Lord of the Rings, and Harry Potter, right? He also worked on Dead Space 3. That soundtrack, I think, is the very best soundtrack they ever did. It was like a collaborative work, and those guys just did a great job. And then he worked on Red Alert. He did this one song, which has like over 3 million views on YouTube, which is really impressive. I mean, so the guy is a serious, serious composer, and that's spectacular to see for someone to get into games that early. I mean, games are changing everything in a way. They're great for learning, they're great for communities and stuff like that. And I'm a huge fan of games in general, and to see people take them seriously is in terms of what they can actually do. Um, at the base of it, they're just meant to be entertainment and fun, right? But you can learn a lot through games, and to make the experience very powerful, I think is cool. So I'm excited about James Hannigan, probably more than anything this month. And they've got some cool updates coming. Not any huge marquee updates like I talked about, but yeah, really, really cool. So I'm going to leave it there. Thanks very much for listening, guys. Don't worry, not going anywhere. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. See you later.